choruses. That's what you're going to get. No? Some of you heard this before, but I'm going to explain that Glossop Road is red light district of Sheffield, and it was home to the one of the battalions of the Yorks and Lancs regiment, which made it a very favourite visiting haunt for some of the incumbents. And this is a cautionary tale about what happens when they keep such company, I suppose. But it is a chorus. I'm just in a vein to sing a little strain, so pin your attention down. A tale I'll tell of a Hampshire swell I shall introduce as Brown. In the rifle corps, I mustn't say more to you who listens to me. Oh, do the thing that's right all on a Sunday night. With the girls up Glossop Road, with the girls up Glossop Road, with the girls up Glossop Road, do the thing that's right all on a Sunday night. With the girls up Glossop Road. Now Brown was a spark, rather fond of a lark, and a married man though not chaste, and little he cared how his own wife fared if another girl took his taste. So himself he dressed in his regimental vest, and proud as a peacock strode, admiring the curls, crinolines and pearls. All the girls up Glossop Road, all the girls up Glossop Road, all the girls up Glossop Road, admiring the curls, crinolines and pearls. All the girls up Glossop Road. He accosted a fair with dark wavy hair, blue boots and a red leather belt, and he smiled as he talked, as they onward walked, endeavouring her heart to melt. Then this sly volunteer, with a wink and a leer, inquired her name and abode, and he felt as grand as a lord of the land. With the girls up Glossop Road, with the girls up Glossop Road, with the girls up Glossop Road, well, he felt as grand as a lord of the land. With the girls up Glossop Road. Now at length Mr. Brown and his girl settled down in a neat little inn close by, where he ordered a drain of draught champagne and a quarter of a cold pork pie. There he hugged and he pressed, he huddled and he caressed, kisses he gave her a load, and he fell upon his knees, as swoony as you please. With the girls up Glossop Road, with the girls up Glossop Road, with the girls up Glossop Road, well, he fell upon his knees, as swoony as you please. With the girls up Glossop Road. Now this quaint little man no sooner had begun his love story out to pour, but who should he see but his own Mrs. B, a-peeping through the parlour door. With a bound of a bear she fastened on his hair, and she cried as her anger arose, I'll tear away your eyes if you've come to exercise. With the girls up Glossop Road, with the girls up Glossop Road, with the girls up Glossop Road, I'll tear away your eyes if you come to exercise. With the girls up Glossop Road. Now to set the matter right, the women had a fight, a right old-fashioned up and down. They smashed to smithereens hats, gowns and crinolines, and then they set to work on Brown. He got jolly well thrashed, and his head got smashed, and the crowd their anger bestowed, and his fine uniform went to blazes in the storm. With the girls up Glossop Road, with the girls up Glossop Road, with the girls up Glossop Road, while his fine uniform went to blazes in the storm. With the girls up Glossop Road. Now a lot of the police, 'cause they'd broken the peace, took Brown to the town hall cells, where he had to ruminate on his unhappy fate with all the other fast young swells. His wife ran away the very next day, and the end of this little episode. He's a volunteer still, but he never goes to drill. With the girls of Glossop Road, with the girls of Glossop Road, with the girls of Glossop Road. He's a volunteer still, but he never goes to drill. With the girls of Glossop Road. Right, you'll know this one. Traditional song, I think. In the village of Kilgarry lived a maiden young and fair. Her eyes they shone like diamonds, she had long and golden hair. Well, the countryman came riding right up to her father's gate, mounted on a milk-white stallion, he came at the stroke of 8. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman, show your legs to the countryman. I have come to court your daughter, Mary of the golden hair. I have gold and I have silver, I have goods beyond compare. I will buy her silks and satins and a gold ring for her hand. I will buy for her a mansion, she'll have servants to command. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you please. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman, show your legs to the countryman. I don't want your gold and silver, I don't want your house and land. I am going with a soldier, I have promised him my hand. But her father spoke up sharply, you will do as you are told. You'll be married on that Sunday, and you'll wear the ring of gold. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman, show your legs to the countryman. Near the village of Kilgarry, there's a deep stream running by. They found Mary there at midnight, she drowned with her soldier boy. In the cottage there is music, you can hear the old man say, step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, Sunday is your wedding day. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman, show your legs to the countryman. Oh yes, a song about one of nature's miscreants. I don't know why I looked at you. Really? Much? Yes. Okay. Little Tim Maguire loved to play with fire, always hated water, never used to wash. Loved the smell of burning, of bonfires burning, loved to play all day with his little tinder box. He chased the sparks as they flew into the evening, hailed the flash of lightning and the burning sun. When I'm a man, I'm going to be a fireman, then I can light a fire for everyone. When he was 4, they dressed him in a uniform, sent him to school, iron railings all around. Hated the school and the rules and the railings, took his little tinder box and burnt it to the ground. Oh, Tim Maguire loved to play with fire, loved the blaze of roses and the golden grain, loved the leaves of autumn, the red leaves of autumn, loved a slender girl with a smile like a flame. When McGrath grew older, they made him wear a bowler. They set him to work in an office in the town. Hated the pins and the pens and the paper, had just one ambition, to rule the office down. Oh, Tim Maguire loved to play with fire, loved the blaze of roses and the golden grain, Love the leaves of autumn, the red leaves of autumn. Love the slender girl with a smile like a flame. The judge said at his trial, your behaviour has been vile. You're a menace to society, though you may think you're big. You'll have to go to prison, but then what a commotion. Smoke and fire were pouring from out the judge's wig. Oh, how he laughed and sang in the courtroom. They took him down and locked him in the darkness of a cell. Couldn't see the sun or hear the songbirds calling. Saw the prison bars and heard the prison bell. Then early one morning, just as the day was dawning, a great wheel of fire spun skywards from the jail. Iron bars melted, stone walls crumbled. No one in the prison lived to tell the tale. No one ever found Maguire's little tinder box. No one ever found a trace of Tim Maguire. Perhaps he's up in heaven, setting fire to angels' halos. Perhaps he's down in hell, dancing round the fire. Oh, Tim Maguire loved to play with fire, loved the blaze of roses and the golden grain. Loved the leaves of autumn, the red leaves of autumn. Loved the slender girl with a smile like a flame. Now this is another chorus one. I'm told it's a true story. It's a song by John Kirkpatrick. Bound to be true. Okay. In Mytholmroyd in Yorkshire one Saturday in June, all the village was preparing for the fete that afternoon. There were sideshow shides and roundabouts and every kind of game. But the village fete will never now be quite the same again. For this pleasant country scene was disturbed by a machine. What belonged to Eddie Baker from the farm just up the road, with his tractor and his trailer and his load both sweet and pure. 500 imperial gallons of best liquefied manure. Down the road went Eddie Baker in his rattling old bone shaker, and he never knew the trail he left behind him. Now Eddie quickly picked up speed on the track from Lower Long Farm. Though his load careered quite madly, he never thought 'twould come to harm. So loud were all the rattles and the crashes and the booms, he turned his old transistor up so he could hear the tunes. Eddie sped across a bump, what triggered off the trailer's pump, and the hose had found a freedom it had never known before. It spun wildly round and round from side to side and up and down, and spreading dung and desperation, Eddie sailed into the town. Down the road went Eddie Baker in his rattling old bone shaker, and he never knew the trail he left behind him. Now Jemima Smith and Barney from down the old folks' home off for their lunchtime tipple at the Peacock and Trombone. She was adjusting of her spectacles to admire a garden rose, when a blast from Eddie's onslaught swiped them straight from off her nose. Oh God, cried old Jemima, I've had a funny turn. I feel all cold and clammy, and how my skin does burn. Oh, speak up, dear, said Barney, as together they did cling. It short-circuited me hearing aids, can't hear a bloody thing. Down the road went Eddie Baker in his rattling old bone shaker, and he never knew the trail he left behind him. Now the China Factory Silver Band was warming up to play, to start the celebrations on this very special day. There appeared upon their music dots they couldn't read too well, as with the tang of brasso mixed a new exciting smell. And the tunes went all awry as they hung out to dry. The sousaphone player played his last when he sucked when he should have blowed. There was different tunes in different times and all in different keys, and Nellie the elephant sounded more like the flight of the bumblebee. Down the road went Eddie Baker in his rattling old bone shaker, and he never knew the trail he left behind him. Now the greasy pole was greasier than ever known before, and the ice cream had a chocolate sauce no palate could ignore. Into coffee-coloured candy floss Granny Walker sunk her teeth, and never mind the ones been top were stuck to the ones beneath. And in the tug of war there was broken bones galore. There was blood all round the bottle stall as both sides slithered through. There was chaos on the cake stall, and the tea was more like glue. And you didn't just get sugar when they asked one lump or two. Down the road went Teddy Baker in his rattling old bone shaker, and he never knew the trail he left behind him. Now the Reverend Roderick Butterworth was sitting down to eat when this perilous plague of pestilence came belting down the street. Some of it fell among the thorns and some on stony ground, and a lot fell on his car outside with all the windows down. Oh, bugger, cried the vicar, and he swigged some demon liquor. I suppose I should be grateful that it's not St. Swithin's Day. Even my insurance doesn't cover act of God, and I know the scouts are gonna say, stuff that for Bobber Job. Down the road went Teddy Baker in his rattling old bone shaker, and he never knew the trail he left behind him. So he trundled through the village, down the road and past the hall, and where he'd been forever, the weeds grew 10 feet tall. He never knew the chaos that he caused along the way. He never heard the crashes as he crossed the motorway. And in time he'll dwell on high, in that dung heap in the sky. St. Peter'll dive for cover every time he passes by. It'll rust up all their halos, it'll clog up all their wings, as wiping dung from off their faces, the angels they will sing. Down the road went Teddy Baker in his rattling old bone shaker, and he never knew the trail he left behind him. Now this is a sort of serious ballad now. Don't sing me love songs, you'll wake my mother. She's sleeping here, right by my side, and in her hand a silver dagger. She says, I'll never be your bride. All men are fools, says my mother. They'll tell you wicked, loving lies. The very next evening they'll court another and leave you here to pine and sigh. My daddy was a handsome devil. He has a chain 5 miles long. On every link a heart did tremble of another maid he loved and wronged. Go court another tender maiden, and hope that she will be your wife. For I've been warned, and I've decided to sleep alone for my life. Don't sing me love songs, you'll wake my mother. She's sleeping here, right by my side, and in her hand a silver dagger. She says, oh,